She never thought it would hurt this much. The ache in her chest feels like a heavy weight, an unbearable burden that she carries everywhere she goes. She never imagined that you would be the one she'd lose sleep over, that your absence would leave her feeling so utterly hollow. Yet, here she is, staring at her phone, its screen dim and silent, waiting for a text that will never come. Each passing moment stretches into eternity as she checks your social media, her heart sinking every time she sees you seemingly unbothered, living your life while she is drowning in regret and lost memories. It wasn't supposed to be like this. She thought you'd always be there, always chasing her, always ready to fix things when they went wrong, but not this time. This time, you vanished like smoke in the wind, leaving no trace behind. And now, the pain of losing you is hitting her harder than she ever expected. A tidal wave of sorrow crashing over her as she grapples with the reality of your absence. And here's the kicker: this is exactly what you wanted. But let's rewind a bit, because if you're reading this, chances are you've been that guy before. You know the one who stayed too long, forgave too much, and suffered in silence while hoping that patience would ultimately win her over. You thought that if you just proved your worth, she'd finally appreciate everything you've done for her. But what did that get you? A one-way ticket to being taken for granted, where your efforts went unnoticed and your love was treated as a given rather than the precious gift it truly is. The hard truth? People don't value what they think they'll never lose. It's a stark reality that often goes unspoken, yet it rings true in so many relationships. And that's why you're about to change the game. You're about to make her awaken to the reality of what it really means to lose you. And no, it's not about playing childish mind games or being manipulative. It's about stepping into your own power and becoming a man who respects himself so much that losing him is a punishment all on its own. Step 1. Vanish without a trace. This is crucial. No closure, no explanations, no dramatic goodbye messages that could give her closure or a sense of control. Just disappear. Why? Because when you leave quietly, you force her to fill in the gaps left behind. And trust me, the human mind hates unanswered questions. She'll wonder if you ever really cared, if she did something wrong, if there's another woman, whatever it is. She'll spiral down a rabbit hole of doubt and anxiety. This uncertainty will gnaw at her, making her reflect on every moment shared, every laugh, every argument, and every hint of affection. Most men make the mistake of thinking they need to make some grand exit, a theatrical display of their hurt feelings. They want to tell her exactly how she hurt them, how much they suffered, and how she'll regret it. But that only gives her the satisfaction of knowing she had power over you. Silence is the real heartbreak, the kind that lingers and festers like a wound. When you vanish, you create a void in her life that she cannot easily fill. This absence will echo in her mind, reminding her of the connection that once existed, leaving her to grapple with her emotions in solitude. Step 2. Reinvent yourself and let her see it. After a breakup, many men make one critical mistake. They sulk and isolate themselves. They post sad quotes about heartbreak, seeking sympathy and validation. But you're not doing that. Instead, you're becoming an upgraded version of yourself. You're hitting the gym like a machine, leveling up your career, dressing better, and living better. This is your time to shine, to invest in yourself fully, cultivating new skills, hobbies, and interests. You could start painting, learning a new language, or even traveling to places you've always wanted to explore. And you're making sure she sees it, indirectly of course. No sad posts, no subliminal messages aimed at eliciting a response from her. Just you, out there, looking like a man who never needed her to begin with. You need to become the kind of man who makes women wonder, what the hell was I thinking letting him go? The moment she sees you thriving without her, the moment she realizes you're not wallowing in misery, that's when the regret starts creeping in. And trust me, regret is the most painful emotion of all. It gnaws at the soul, a constant reminder of what was lost. It will compel her to question her past decisions and reconsider the value of what she had. Step 3. Indifference is your greatest weapon. When she reaches out with a casual, "Hey, how have you been?" or a random like on your post, or perhaps even a lengthy message about how she's been thinking about you, the best response is silence. Ignore it. Because here's the truth. She's not reaching out because she misses you. She's reaching out to see if she still has access to you. The moment you respond, the moment you show even an ounce of emotion, she wins. And that pain of losing you, it evaporates like mist in the sunlight. A man who is unaffected is the most attractive man of all. When she realizes that no amount of texts, no amount of "I miss you" messages can break you, that's when she'll really start to feel the pang of loss. It's important to remember that the more you appear indifferent, the more she'll start to question her own feelings. This indifference should come from a genuine place of self-respect and confidence, not from anger or bitterness. This is your time to reclaim your power. Use this period to focus on your mental and emotional well-being. Surround yourself with supportive friends, engage in mindfulness practices, and continue your personal growth journey. Each day of indifference you maintain builds a stronger foundation for your self-esteem, reminding you of your worth. Step 4. Become the man she can't replace. This is the part most men overlook. You need to become irreplaceable. And no, that doesn't mean being the nice guy who always treats her like a queen. It means becoming the kind of man she regrets losing because no one else matches up to you. You're confident, you're focused, you're mysterious. You're the man who walked away and never looked back. That elusive quality, that air of mystery is what makes you so attractive. She should see you as a man with depth, someone who has goals and aspirations, who leads an exciting life filled with possibilities. And when she realizes that, that's when the pain of losing you becomes unbearable. This is why so many women come back months, even years later, trying to reconnect. They date other men, but none of them have your presence. None of them make her feel the way you did. And that's when it really hits her. The realization that she let go of something truly special. To become irreplaceable, focus on developing qualities that are hard to find. Cultivate your passions, be well-read, and maintain a sense of adventure. This will not only enrich your life, but will also make you a more intriguing person to those around you. The deeper your experiences and the richer your life becomes, the more she'll yearn for the connection that once existed. Step 5. Never ever look back. The ultimate power move, moving forward as if she never existed. Because the second you entertain the idea of going back, the second you give her even the slightest hope, you lose all the power you've built. But if you keep walking, if you keep leveling up, if you show her that losing you wasn't just a mistake, but the biggest mistake of her life, that's when it hits her. That's when she realizes she lost a man she will never find again. It's vital to maintain this forward momentum. Keep pursuing your goals, expanding your horizons, and living life to the fullest. Join new clubs, meet new people, and take on new challenges. The more you embrace life, the more you'll shine, and the more she'll realize the gravity of her loss. And by the time she figures that out, it'll be too late. You will have transformed into a version of yourself that she no longer recognizes, one that is thriving in every way. You've become a man of substance, a man of purpose, and that is the most powerful thing of all. She will look back and realize that she lost not just a partner, but someone who was irreplaceable, someone who could have brought her happiness and fulfillment. And by then, the chapter will have closed, leaving her with nothing but memories of what could have been, lingering questions, and a sense of longing for a love that was once vibrant and alive. In the end, this journey is as much about discovering your own worth as it is about making her realize what she's lost. The pain of heartbreak can be a catalyst for growth, propelling you into a phase of self-discovery and empowerment that you may never have explored if things had remained the same. As you move on, embrace the lessons learned from the relationship, but do not dwell in the past. You are more than a fleeting chapter in someone's life. You are the author of your own story, and it is time to write a narrative filled with adventure, passion, and fulfillment. Let her memories of you serve as a reminder of what true connection feels like, while you forge ahead into a future that is limitless. Remember, you are not just walking away from her, you are walking toward the best version of yourself.